Welcome back to my spiritual experience with your brother, Sadiqullah. Today, and yeah, I'm in my morning get up, but I'm about to hit my workout. Always good to work the body, the mind, the spirit. Always educating myself and trying to be better, as I suggest for everybody who might watch this channel. Anyway, when you wake up, sometimes you're inspired with a message, right? An idea, a thought, something on your heart. And today is one of those days, and so I felt necessary to get on here and share what I'm feeling today and what I think I need to express, what's on my mind, what's on my heart. Um, the world has been so manipulated that the majority of the human species lives from a perspective of self-defense, of protection, which is actually a state of fear. Feeling like the world is a scary place or a malicious place, or that the average soul is a corrupted being, or someone who is possibly a threat, or someone to protect ourselves from, is not a healthy way for us to live. And so, um, I am just wanting to share these ideas because I am so tired of the way that this planet is moving. This human species, our human family, the way that we're moving. It is not going to be effective for us to stay in this mode of operation. And so I feel the need to be maybe one of the first. I'm just not willing to continue to live in a state of fear, right? And so I need to express what really is in my heart. Many of these videos that I've had, that I've posted, that I've shown, are designed to kind of draw in the right crowd, right? The right circle of people who are interested in their own spiritual advancement, the advancement of the human species, the human potential, right? The things that are outside of what we're shown in the everyday media, mainstream entertainment, news cycles. These things are not really appropriate vehicles to learn or to advance that internal spiritual development, those gifts that uh, will make us move beyond this lame ass everyday rigmarole of the Matrix. I'm not even going to try and explain what the Matrix is. If you don't know at this point, may God be with you. That's all I can say. But yeah, I am one big heart, right? I am full of love. I am, soon I'll get a plate on my car that says Mr. Big Love, because that's who I am, right? And because the world is such a distorted place for a good soul or a clean, pure heart to live comfortably. I myself, just like you and everyone else who may hear my voice or watch this video, we've wrapped these protective layers around our heart and around our mind and around our concepts of being and around who we are. And there are layers that ultimately must be removed if we're going to be our best self. And it's fearful to remove these layers, for many of us, because it's our protection. It's who we've formed ourselves to be as we've lived in this matrix. But at this time, we are in the in a global pop, in fact, I'll say universal stage of transformation. And so today, I feel like it's my duty, and I'm sure there will be many others, to tell you it's time to live from your heart space, regardless of how dangerous that may be, how threatening that may be, how uncomfortable that may be. It is what I believe is your way and our only way of getting through this uh, chaotic time correctly, right? To have true discernment as we process the steps to walk through the chaos that is surely short to come, right? So when it comes, we have to be prepared internally to deal with it. And so for me, I think the necessity in how you deal with it is living from your heart space, right? Our mind is designed to calculate, you know, things, the reality that we live in, of course. Yes, we are designed to use our mind and our heart. But what I want to tell you is that for most of us, our minds have been programmed based on our environment, and the fears uh, that have arisen in those environments that cause us to have these protective layers that keep us from being our best self, our truest self, or living from that point in our being. So this conversation may not be for everybody. Some of us won't recognize that point in our being that is not quite related to the way we have to move in the matrix, right? There is a deep inner part of ourselves that would love to just live from love, right? And when I talk about love, so I call myself Mr. Big Love. When I talk about love, I don't, yeah, love is, I love women, I love my children, I love my mom, et cetera, et cetera. But love ain't just a word, right? Love is about like compassion, right? So as I see my people, right, Black Americans, right, and all the things that we've been through, my love for my people is about compassion, right? Yeah, we're what they call the wretched of the earth, right? We've been destroyed socially. We have all of these internal problems within our families, within our communities, related to drugs, related to poverty, related to mindset, all the way back to slavery. The disjointment of our homes in relation to, like I said, the fathers not being put in positions because society is not looking to make the Black man advanced. And this starts back from the release, of slaves, right? If you live in a society that is based on an economy that is based in what is the American economy based in? They call it capitalism, right? So if you have an economy that is based in capitalism, that is designed for you to capitalize on some skill, some product, some land, some creation, some idea that you have that you can contribute to society. And if you are in a society that rejects or destroys your creations, then there is not a lot of room for you to grow. And so when you see society as it is today, you must put it into the context of how we got here. And how we got here is based in an unfair society from our beginning, from our, the release of from the slavery times. Okay, this goes back all the way, right? So the training, the education, all of these things that were never provided, and then when we created these things for ourselves, they were railed against and destroyed, et cetera, et cetera. All of these are real factors as to how we got here. And so for me, the knowledge of these things create a level of compassion, recognizing how we are, like how we are socially today, how we got like this. So for me, yeah, I can say, oh yeah, our women are destroyed. Our our kids are running wild. Most of the men that I know have no moral grounding, no foundation. Everything is about money. And so what it seems now is that we're beginning to lose our humanity, our soul power, our compassion for one another, our empathy for one another. And this is socially engineered to turn us all against each other. That is the truth. That is the fact. That is obvious. And if you cannot see it, it's only because you are not looking to see it. It's there, it's obvious. So, with all of these flaws in our society, with all of these ills in our society, with all of the different problems that we have nationally, globally, as a humanity, as a species, how off center we are from our unity, our recognition of our unity, our recognition of the necessity to have compassion and empathy, and to be honorable, and to be truthful, and to be authentic. All of these things are valuable in a way that the Matrix totally discounts. And so for people who have become so callous to their human nature, their compassion for others, you know, their humanity, uh, this is a warning. And it's not a warning to threaten you. It is a warning that if you allow this setup, this end times calamity, all of the chaos of this world, to remold your mind and heart around protection and moving from fear and living in a selfish, uh, I have to survive mentality, then you won't be living from your highest perspective. And at this time of transformation, I think we should be living from our highest perspective and focused on our highest possible ability, and our highest possible vision and version of what we'd like to see come out of this chaos. We don't have to accept the chaos as reality. All of the reality comes from a time before. So if we're focused today on a goal that is better than what we're seeing today, and we put our energies and work and our efforts and our ideas towards that vision, then tomorrow will be different than today. And it'll be based more on what we've put forward towards that versus just watching and waiting and expecting and fearing. So yeah, I personally feel like I'm here to share, an open heart. And yeah, it's probably not the common thing, and it's probably not something that is going to be popular, but it's my responsibility to live from my heart. And my heart says I love you, and I want all of you to succeed. I want all of you to get through this chaotic time and turmoil that we are going through. I know that all of us won't, but for those of us who choose to, we have the opportunity to grow and to create a different reality, one that we hope to see, one that is beautiful, one that is bountiful, one that is about every human being that coming to this earth blossoming into their fullest being, for their natural gifts and aptitudes that came with the soul to be nurtured by their community, brought to their fullest heights, and them to become the creatives that they're intended to be, as every soul is here to give what is placed inside of them, what is most valuable to them. But we've grown so fearful of expressing who we really are because your friends gonna think you weird, your people gonna think you weird, the world don't care about stuff like that. Only thing that's important is getting money. Well, I totally disagree, because I've dedicated my life to spiritual things. And so even now, like now, money is a factor. Of course it is, yes. But even from this perspective, my only option of opportunity or seeking of direction still gonna be spiritually, to attain my wealth, to attain my provisions, to attain the heights of my financial world will still have to be spiritual. I cannot cross into the world of the matrix to gain my funds. It's just not in my nature. It never has been, and I don't expect that it will be. I don't I don't believe in adding energy to the matrix in any way. And so um I know that I was put here with a goal and a purpose, and I realized that my entire life has been guided. I grew up in Detroit City. I've seen everything that everyone would expect you might see in Detroit, from murder to, all of the cases. I've seen all of the cases, the chaos, and all of the BS that you see in a city. I, I'll acknowledge I've done about half of it. So I'm not saying I'm clean hands, but I'm saying experience gives you wisdom in an area and an opportunity to transform from being that cat to being who you're gonna be now. And because of that experience, it gives me insight to be able to share and talk to them cats just the same way I can talk to, you know, a president or a diplomat or whoever else may be necessary to discuss these spiritual aspects of our life with. Because what you must understand is that if you understand spirituality and you begin to study and understand the human soul and the aspects of it and how it all relates, then what you'll understand is that you can talk to anyone whom you can communicate with, who can understand you about these things, because it is relative to all of us, because we are all ultimately living from that same breath that breathed life into all of us. That's why when you stop breathing, there is no more life. And your first recognized experience of life in this world outside of the heartbeat is that breath when the doctor pop you on your rear and breath of life. Okay. And so, regardless of whether you want to believe in religion or spirituality, science is about to prove everything that all of these spiritual gurus from 5 to 10 to 7 to 2,000 years ago have been telling us forever. Okay, that we are our life, this soul, this consciousness, this awareness that of existence. Your being is not fueled by only food. What is that verse? Man cannot live by bread alone, because man is also spirit. And so the vital importance and necessity for you to begin to take note and pay attention to it and give care to it and attempt to grow it. We're at the final gates for you to enter and move through that. And if you choose not to, because you still trapped in the matrix and your swag and your cool and what the people see and what they think of you and the because the matrix has a million ways to keep your mind and your attention focused on things that are entertaining, right? Even myself, right? I like to study and learn. So because the setup of the algorithm of the social what they call them, the social tools, what is it, YouTube, Instagram, all these things, right, social, whatever it is, social media. Because these tools and the algorithms that they have created are so effective, every human, including myself, has in their phone a computer that tracks their likes, their dislikes, and it magnifies the things that you pay attention to or the things that you give attention to. And it creates more and more and more and more of that in your phone. And so you have in your own phone, your own world, the things that you consider important, the things that you consider invaluable. But what you must critically judge is what you're paying attention to in your phone. Though it is interesting, though it is exciting, though it is entertaining, is it helping you grow and develop in your being while you're here, your purpose for being here? Is it helping with that at all? And if it is not, then you must gauge how you must limit, change, stop, whatever, however you choose to do it, you must gauge that and you must act in accord. And if you don't, then there you go. And so these are the things that make you feel less than, because you have inside yourself, from your heart, from the deepest parts of yourself, a desire to do a thing. But you have also been trapped, programmed, and trained by the matrix to do a different thing, a repetitive thing, a thing that is comfortable, that is relaxing, that is, you know, chill. That is the most common word. What you doing, bro? Chilling. What you doing, bro? Chilling. What you chilling from? What have you done that was strenuous mentally, physically, spiritually? What have you done that makes you feel it is necessary now to chill? Because all the time chilling is not healthy, bro. It's not progressive. It's not getting you to your goal. Y'all go to work, spend those 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week doing that work for those people. But are you spending any time doing the thing that your soul is telling you to do, right? That you're supposed to be doing for your reason for being here. Like your life on this planet has a purpose far outside of the things that the matrix has set up in your path to give you to do, to with your attention, to place your attention elsewhere, right? Working for your company, if it's not feeding your spirit, that's why you feel like you do when you go there, because it don't do nothing for you but pay the bills in the matrix. And that ain't fulfilling you on the deepest parts of yourself. And so, I'm gonna tell you, I gotta share it all the time, because this is who I know who I am. I know why I'm here. I have a vision after all of the chaos of this stuff we're finna go through, right? The end of the matrix, the breakdown of this funky ass system that nobody could really attain to the heights of what they were here for. It's a handful of people who got to the pinnacle of what they're supposed to be doing here. Right. And so when this system dies out and this new system comes about, my name, Sadiq Ullah, the reason I am here is to help build a new educational format for that future generation, for those youth who will come, right? All of the things that the new edges of science and technology and spirituality are presenting to us right now will be a base education for the next generation. So I'm going to give you some simple examples of why this is very important and what we could have already done had we utilized this process, this way of training our children and our future long ago. So like I said, if Alexander Graham Bell, whoever the hell else, the telephone man, the light phone, the man who created the light, the guy who created the radio, if all of these inventors, and we had gotten these inventions when the light bulb was created, had the society agreed to take the light bulb and put it in the classroom for third graders and taught them how the light bulb works, how it was created, what electricity is, how it works, how it's harnessed, how he has produced this light bulb. If each child in the third grade back in the day was taught how to create a light bulb all across America as part of education, all of the children would know how to make a light bulb. And since the time of the light bulb, what advances would those children have made in our society with electricity and light bulbs? That's one. The radio. Had we taught all of the children how a radio works in the third, fourth, fifth grade, all of them would understand the technology, the radio waves, the electrical circuitry. All of them would understand it, and it would be common knowledge to our American or global humanity to understand all of these things. It will be common knowledge. And what advances would they have made since the creation of the radio? You understand what I'm saying? And so all of this beautiful wisdom that is coming about right now about quantum physics and quantum science and quantum mechanics and how it relates to our attention and our intention. If we teach this to children, what will they do in advancing it? This is what humanity, that's why our species is here. We're here to advance the species. So that's why I'm here. That is why I am here. That is why I am alive, to help to advance the species, right? And the way we will do that is by stop being selfish and competitive. We are moving towards a time of ultimate truth, which is cooperation. Look at the entirety of the makeup of your body, the makeup of this planet, how all of the systems work together in cooperation, and you will understand that is the only way the human species, our human family, will succeed. Okay? Without cooperation, we're out of here. So, cooperation will help us succeed. Right now, we have probably 100 different universities and medical schools, et cetera, studying breast cancer. But because we have this competitive nature and this capitalistic mentality that has been flung all across the planet, we're not moving correctly and people are still dying from breast cancer. If we were moving in cooperation, all of those 100 universities and medical schools would be sharing information, recognizing that this part is already completed and this part is already completed. And when we get together in cooperation and consultation, we'll find that we have all of the pieces to the puzzle already here available. And if we stop acting in the sense of capitalistic gain and competition, we can cure all of this shit right now. And this is why I'm here. This is the time that we're moving into. And if you don't know that, I hope this is an alert to you. If you understand that, please support me. Share, subscribe, whatever you can do to help advance these ideas as a reality. It is going to be to your own benefit and to the benefit of the world. So I say this with confidence because I have no questions about it. My whole life has been guided by the creator. Like I said, I did everything y'all do in Detroit, all of the crimes, all of the, but God didn't let me go to jail and catch no case because I'm supposed to do some of this where they can't say, oh yeah, he's this, he's that, and if they do, it don't matter to me personally because I don't have nothing to hide. I've been married 4 times. I've been divorced 4 times. There are 2 women of those 4 women who I would like to marry and carry through life and cover for the rest of my life, right? Of my 4 wives, I would like in the end to have 2 wives, cover them, maintain them, grow them, help them, build them, work with them, live my, and yes, that's Mr. Big Love. That's not ego. That's not, oh, I want to have sex with 2 women. No, this is about spiritual development and growth and my care and concern for these women, their stories, their path, and what they've been in my life and what I'd like to be in their lives. Now, the world may say, oh, he's arrogant, he's ego, he's selfish, or all of these things that the world may say, but I am not going to allow the world to dictate how I am going to move or what I am comfortable being. Okay. So ultimately, as I attain to the heights of why I am here, yes, that is my vision. 24-hour community center all around the world, like the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club combined. 24-hour community centers that are all about our youth, right? They have beds, they have food, they have clothes, they have tutors, they have mentors, they have apprenticeship programs for the youth, right? All of these high sciences that are available to us, all of these great wisdoms of our healing through herbs, all of these things in one facility. What they call gangs, what they call the sets, what they call right now the tribes will be protecting them because your kids are being nurtured in this place. And why are you protecting them? Because we already know people don't want us to reach our fullest potential. So until we are in an environment where we don't have to protect and it is an open love that we can live by, we will need our sets. We will need our tribes. We will need our gangs to protect our children as we nurture them at the highest level that man can be nurtured at this time. We know that humanity is at its probably lowest point in many ways, but it is also at a open door for transformation. And if we bring about these community centers that are basically universities, a community center that is also a financial hub where we work from to build out our communities, as I said, protected and working together, unified, to build a better creation. Because you see what we're doing and what's going on now. So you have an opportunity and you have a choice. Some of us were put here, me, myself. I know I have that aspect of our new world. That is what I've called long my Brother's Library Incorporated, 24-hour community center, beds, food, clothes, tutors, mentors, you know what I mean? Junior apprenticeship program, community center programs, gardening programs, all of this, okay? All of the education from Yaki, from Brother Rye Hayes, every teacher who's ever been on Black Magic 363, okay? Every one of these valid, poor, righteous teachers who, by God's will, through provision, they will all be fully funded to bring about their vision and expose it to the world, share it with the world, transform the world from their community outward. Okay, so that's my vision. I don't have the, oh my God, they finna all. Yeah, it is. It's going down, and I'm glad it's going down. I want it to go down. And for those who are really a part of the, the light, yeah, let's let it get out of here. We got to get it out of here in order to put in what we know supposed to be here. And so that's the work. That's what I needed to say today. I'm Mr. Big Love, and I don't care that you think I'm crazy, because I know God's kingdom is within the hearts of men. I am a part of it. You are possibly a part of it, but you got to let that fear of what the people think of you go. That has been the controlling factor since we've been in junior high school, maybe even elementary. You know what I'm saying? You don't even realize you're poor till you get to school and the kids start saying, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. Oh, I can't believe you ain't got, your mama must be on welfare. All that kind of stuff, right? You don't even know you poor until the world tells you you're poor. There is the beginning of your programming, right? I remember, I'm going to just say this real quick because I don't like the video to be too long, because people ain't got no kind of attention span no more. And, people don't meditate. People don't sit and think or read or any of that anymore. So I know you have very low attention span. I pray that it becomes better. But for those who do pay attention to this video, we've all formed ourselves out of the people who we saw in our community. We wanted to be tough like that guy, smooth like this guy, smart like that guy, whoever we, the girls, the ladies, you wanted to move like her. She was classy. She was pretty. She was whatever you saw, right? All of these different, or she was bold. She was strong. She talks, whatever you got from it. These are the things that we put onto ourselves and into ourselves to form who we thought we were. But these things are directly related to the matrix. So when people talk to you about meditation and all this inward work and the shadow work and all these things, these are the things that are saying what parts of me are really only connected to the matrix, and what parts of me are from the creative source that put me on this planet, and what aspect of myself do I want to move from, right? There is the duality, right? Because you live in the matrix, but you also are this soul. Do you want to keep making your decisions based on the matrix, or you do want to start making decisions that are based on your soul? Because that is the time we are in. That is a gateway into your next phase of living, whether it be the matrix or the soul. One of them is going to be more beneficial than the other. I think this is pretty obvious which one is, but it takes work. And it takes you separating yourself from the matrix, putting your phone down, listening to the inner self, walking out in nature. I know it's cold, and where I'm at is cold. So walking out in nature, balancing yourself with the harmony in nature, and then listening to what that internal self's saying. And God bless you, right? So that's my video for the moment, and that's what I felt inspired to say. I'm about to knock this workout down and keep it pumping, and maybe I'll hit you later today. So as I always say, all roads lead to spirit, and I just wanted to share that, and I hope it's of value to somebody, because we're at a critical time. We're at a gateway, we're at a doorway, and we can open the door and shut another door. We can open the window and close another one. We have opportunity to leave one foul position, one old ancient breakdown, or and move into the light of what is new and next. And I think that's what we should do. And I would love to see you there, because that's where I'm going. Balls to the wall, as they say. All right. One love.